Nook even 2/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people within half a second of each other. Ender managed to beast it though. He's 0.3 faster than the second. That's quite a gap. And then when you get outside the top 6, it just gets pretty mental. I'm going to have to download all the demos, guys. That is the next. How do I get rid of that bar in the middle as well, guys, where it shows the dead zones? If someone can tell me that, that would be super useful. I'm going to make some new folders. Round 2 PM. Round 2 VQ3. Who was that in second for CPMA? It was ADR. I don't know the pro strafers quite so well on the CPM side. Do recognize a lot of the names there. I can't really tell how, like, what position a lot of these people are in though. Alright, we're a minute away from finishing the download. Everybody. Wow, what's up with your demo, Excalibur? Where's yours? What have you done? Have you got something special lined up on your demo, Excalibur? I don't mind playing yours, though. I'll see. Okay, fair enough. 30 seconds. Wait, Jesus Christ, my download is like so. It's a tiny file that I'm going for. It's the demos. I'm downloading all of the demos for this round. Fragmental Stew. Oh, for the team they add both the numbers together. Jesus, wait. So Farm Makers, Ender, and Strangeland, they're on the same team, so they made first place together. So they absolutely smashed it. So how are the other teams doing? Baz and Ket. Enter and Dex together. Coming for, wow, okay, Christ. Right, I've got the download, everyone. One moment, everybody. Alright, I've got the CPM ones. And I got VQ3. So I gotta figure out which. So where do we go from? I'm gonna do. I wish I had like a pen and paper or something. I got paper, I don't have a pen. Balls. So I can't. I've got to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So Damned Light and Dark Flash. Dark Flash, I think you made 20th, by the way. Oh, New Bricked. New Bricked made in top 20. So Dark Flash and Damned Light is where we're going from. Alright. We'll do VQ3 first, shall we? Dark Flash and Damned Light is there, but I'll show the Excalibur demo first, okay? And then we'll go over to Damned Light for the top 20. And if someone can tell me how to get rid of the dead zone bar in the middle, that'd be great. Let's take a look at this, Excalibur. And chat. What are your binds? Why do you keep talking? Have you recorded over on this or something? Hi Zoo and chat. Sorry, I think you can see at the top left. So sub 1 is all I got for this map. Don't need to apologize. How did you record the chat while you were doing this? only see it right at the top because my face is in the way, Excalibur. Good luck, all participants. And, man, we are getting old. So, wait, I didn't see the last bit. Don't waste time, go out and live life. Very cute, Excalibur. VSTR. Wait, what do I do? Can I get rid of that, the thing? I don't know. I'll wait on that for a second. And we'll go over to Damned Liars, number 20.
1 frag left.
Oh. Actually, wait, before I play that. DFE HUD snap draw. Thank you. Alright. We've got it cleaned up, guys. This is it. This is what I wanted. So, in terms of this map, it's a very, sort of linear map in this respect. So, seeing a whole amount of variance in terms of different routes being used, I don't expect there will be enormous variety. The VQ3 guys, they've got to go for the pads because they're not like the CPMers who will just be floating up those little jumps. We're going 20 per mode, Baz. So we'll build our way to the top times. But it is impressive, the strafe on these guys. I do still find it staggering. Like the VQ3 guys in particular, like, I need the shotgun to shoot that target as quick as I can. Oh, fair shout. Alright, alright. Very nice damn like. Mystic. Mystic was number 10 yesterday, I think. In sorry, in round 1 on VQ3. So he's gone left instead of the right. Does he use the box? Because I think Excalibur used that box to like help him out. See that the whole like first section I find really challenging. I feel I don't know how the VQ3ers feel about it, but for CPM it feels like your run is made in the first section, whereas there's maybe not as much time to save later on. I could be wrong. It depends how people have been getting on with it. But I was like, I don't know where I can save time elsewhere, but I'll save time in the first half. I've done this map. I'll show you my run before I show the other CPM runs, because I was only running CPM. I see that seems to be a standard between these two. Between Mystic. Mystic and Dan Light. Just remember the name.
1 frag.
Yes, that's right. Oh, Nebula, my Discord's working again, so I don't know if you want to, like... Can we sort of do an informal jump on? Oh, he doesn't use the slide at all. Yeah, Nebula, if you wanna talk through any of these runs, we haven't got anything like formally arranged. We can definitely take a look at that. Oh, he definitely tries to get that speed going. He's not playing it passive through this. Really leaving it to the last second to use the railgun. That looked pretty clean actually from Berserk. That looked really fast. You see, there's some minute details that speed you up. I've got mine back. I just don't know if Nebula is able to make it on. I'm going to see if I can call you, Nebula. Oh, God. Hold on a sec. Nebula, can I call you? I'm ringing him now. I'll keep it ringing. I'm going to jump back in and we'll take a look at more. We're on Timothy now, is that right? Yeah, we're on Timothy.
frag left.
I've lost Nebula. So I wonder what they do or don't opt. I don't understand the VQ3 with the big sliding panel enough to realize like what the pros and cons of using it are. I imagine most of the CPM guys will have used it because you can get some very good acceleration from it. It wasn't like Berserk in the amount of acceleration, the amount of extra speed he was able to get from that. A little half beat, flick to the top, and here they go. Now it kind of looks simple what these guys are doing. It's like, oh, they're basically just moving forward. There's no weapons, there's no crazy rocket jumps like we saw in round 1. I mean, the main difficulty on this is just really refining your strafe so that the most minute angle like gives you that extra burst of acceleration and speed. So the faster it almost looks effortless, but it is absolutely solid to do. Gonna move over to Springy now. Have I got? All right, there we go. I can see bottom to top now.
One frag left.
Did someone just connect? Hello?
Hello?
I hear you.
How's the volume? Too loud?
Look, I'll sort it out as soon as this round is over. And we'll figure this one. This guy hasn't named himself in the game, but that's all good.
Okay, how about now?
I think it's a bit better. I'll have a look in just a sec, Nebula.
Alright.
I wasn't expecting to catch you mid-run, but that's all good.
Yeah, I had to close Discord and open it again.
Yeah, I think it's been going a bit mental. Showed my time was 51.9 or something like that. I'm sure Nebula will have plenty of choice words to say about my run.
I have choice words to say about mine.
I think you're quite loud, but I'll be able to change that on from my side in a moment, so that shouldn't be a problem. I hope.
Yeah, I turned it down to 65, so I don't know how loud that is.
I'll have a look at it in a moment, but that was Springy, so well done, Springy. What's that? I'll figure it out right now.
Okay. Yeah, a defrag legend that had what, 28 or something, 28th place.
28th place?
Yeah, I got 28.
Is that what your position is in the end? I didn't manage to count it down. I'm quite disappointed with you, if I'm honest.
I know. I must have missed something major. I'll have to really start sharing demos or something.
Does it? Because that's quite a lot of time. I mean, let's go into yours a bit later because we're not onto the CPM stuff just yet. I'm gonna stick with VQ3. Have you got all the demos set up for yourself? Because I'm not able to like share my screen with you. I haven't got things set up like we have last time. If that was how we did it.
Oh, I'm just watching your
right,
Twitch, okay. So I can just go by that.
All right, there's a bit of a delay, but it should be all right. Because play-by-play commentary on Defrag, that's what it is now. What did I just do? I don't know what I did, guys. Let's go back in. We just watched Springy, watched CMC. What's your take on the VQ3? And so far?
I haven't even seen it actually.
Fair dues.
This is actually the very first time I've seen the demos.
So I was told that the map maker is more someone who leans towards making VQ3 maps. I don't know if.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, he focuses a lot on VQ3. I don't know if he maps for CPM at all or just lets it kind of fall where they may. Lets the pieces fall.
It looks like there's a couple of aspects to the map though where CPMers can do their stuff, a couple of ramps that they can jump on and so on. Like it does translate, but I think as for the optimization of the run, I think some CPMers were feeling that maybe it was going to be leaning more to the sort of VQ3 strengths, but we'll have to see.
Right.
For me to break down everything at the moment, I mean it's just such gradual differences that we're getting right now. So we're moving up. There's less than 1/10 of a second between these runs at the moment.
Yeah. most of the things with this mapper, he uses a bunch of ramps, so it really works well for VQ3 players. And CPM, those ramps are kind of weird because you want to do double jumps instead of just straight ramps. So you end up wasting a lot of time in the air in CPM. So unless they found some other kind of shortcut that I'm not aware of, which I'm sure they did.
I thought there was going to be something really extravagant with torches and see people can do crazy things. I was looking at the maps, I was like, look at the ceiling, because they'll somehow find a way on the ceiling somehow. But,
oh, I'm sure. The first map was amazing.
First map was good, actually. I enjoyed that a lot. And this is a haste that I've put on stream now, FYI, everybody. And you did quite well in the first map, didn't you? Didn't you get something like top 10? I can't remember what it was now.
No, I was in the top 20.
Ah, okay. So I remember I was streaming your run.
What I did was not use 2 of the rockets falling down, and I didn't do the rocket off of the side to get a bunch of speed leading up to the finish. But
so did you use the normal 2 times rocket on the pad at the bottom?
No, I didn't. I just used like 2 rockets up, but I didn't rocket off to get extra strafe speed to the end. So I lost about, I don't know, 2 seconds there.
And that's such a huge amount of time at that stage.
It is.
It's a crazy amount. But nicely done over here by Haste. Moving suburb. How far are we from top 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at 13th now. Suburb from Switzerland.
People are still complaining in chat that I'm too loud. I turned it down to 40.
I've turned you down quite a lot. Maybe still you're more so. Should be alright.
Okay.
I think you're okay. If it's bad, let us know, guys, and I'll move it around.
Okay, what about now? I wonder how that is.
I think you are quiet. I turn it back up a little bit, and you should be on the sweet spot. Just a pinch.
Okay. Now?
Yeah. I think that should be gold. I'm looking at my levels and it looks fine.
Sure.
Well, the VQ3 stuff over here goes over my head. I mean, the only person I've really had for any kind of reference was Ince, who actually doesn't seem too bad at all, but he's not a defragger by any means. But I almost feel like I should have the C-gas up a little bit just to see how close they're getting to the sort of like optimal strafe speed. Brigand's actually got exactly the same time as Suburb. And I think, yeah, we've got like second place also has the same time. So you can see how close it is on this map at the top for VQ3, when on the first map, there was like a full second of time between second and third place, I think.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of similarities in the runs. I expected that because it's just going to be a huge frame fest anyway, so
yeah,
people just grinding and grinding. But there are some obvious shortcuts further up, I think.
Oh, really? So you think we'll start seeing some kind of differences on the VQ3 side, or do you think it'd be more about the CPM?
Yeah, I'd expect some minor differences.
Okay.
Maybe not major.
Just to jump ahead, have you checked out much of map 3 at all?
None at all. I've just seen demos from my teammates, so I haven't actually opened the map.
Have you cast any kind of judgment on it yet, or are you kind of just waiting?
No. I'll do that. I'll do that later.
So it's blown my mind, map 3 has. I just don't... Because it's not one of those linear maps. It's not like round 1 and round 2 where it's like, well, okay, there's only one way to get to, you know, the end. It's just about really optimizing and being maybe creative with some of your movement. More so in round 1. And it's just like, crap, I haven't got the creativity to get through it.
I know, yeah. You really have to go through spectator and just fly around and see what kind of clipping there is and all kinds of things.
Yeah, and I haven't gone that serious whatsoever. Whatever my limitations in my movement, basically the limitation of my imagination.
Oh, that was interesting with Zemo Max.
Which part were you referring to there?
The very start. I know you're a few seconds ahead.
Yeah. So I kind of liked I don't know, the speed again through the midsection. But what was the bit at the start? I might have to look again if I missed that.
He used right strafe only.
Ah.
Oh, is haste on here as well? I think I heard somebody else.
Haste. On this call or?
Yeah, on this call.
Oh no, there shouldn't be. I don't think.
I must be hearing voices.
Wait, I want to quickly check that out again. The right only.
Frag left.
Oh, okay, that is pretty. I feel bad now for not recognizing that. That is pretty insane, actually. No, that's crazy. So it's a bit like the half beat then, but he's kind of holding one of the angles a lot.
I like that.
That is very nice.
He's always been a very stylish strafer.
But there's suddenly like a huge gap because we're in the top 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Yeah, we're at 10th. So Gopa here hitting number 10, and there starts to be some kind of like judders in time where people have found some significant time saves. As there's also only a second now, just over a second between 10th and 1st, which isn't
okay. Yeah, I see a 0.6 right there, so there has to be some shortcut.
Yeah, there's something going on, and surely secrets are held quite closely in the community if someone finds a shortcut.
Yeah, although I would assume that people share routes, but I didn't this time. I should have.
Ooh, that was quite nice from Gopa. He kind of hit the wall just to get the angle to follow up the strafe rather than slowing down on the floor.
Yeah, I just now saw it. Nice. So I must be about 5 seconds behind them watching the stream.
That's quite quick, actually. It's alright.
Not too bad.
It's basically live. I'm just wondering if we're going to get anything interesting right at the end over here, because this last room, to me, I find quite, I don't know, unusual. I feel like there's something else to it, but VQ3 has kind of showed whoever can get the most speed off the side and then not lose speed off the ramp.
That pad that goes up to the finish, I really think that he should have put a ramp there. I don't know why he didn't, actually.
What, you mean like on the roof to send you forward?
Right. A ramp on the ceiling.
Yeah. So you kind of hit the ceiling and you lose a lot of speed there, and then you're back into sort of immediate strafe mode. It's really, you've got to work your engine so hard, so to speak.
Yes. But yeah, from what I've seen so far, I like the way that VQ3 works. I'm sure I'm going to have my mind blown with CPM as well.
Yeah. I have no idea what to expect. I'll give you a demonstration. I don't know if you managed to ever see the run that I did.
I didn't. No.
Okay, well I'll show you it, and you can be a judge of it, and you can just pretend it's good. Okay, that's what you can do.
Yeah, I think I missed something major, obviously. So
I think there's multiple steps to finding some of the routes. I don't know how many hours some people would have spent. I felt like I wouldn't expect myself to be up there, but I felt like I spent probably 12 hours or so on this map.
Yeah.
And I was just limited by my speed. Unless I could get past the first section of the first way I did my run, I was like, well, there's no point me running the rest of it, because I'll never save that much time again. If you make a mistake in the first 20 seconds, and you can't run the rest of the run, because that's it.
Right. It's Zoot's long lost twin, Root. Nice.
Yeah, Root. That's who we're watching there. Yeah, my Estonian twin. Who watched? Is this Yotun? Oh, Yotun, absolute beast. I was expecting him maybe a bit higher, but again, it just shows how close everything is on this competition.
Yeah, Yotun's strafes are really fun to watch, in my opinion. It's got a nice style to it.
Does he hit the walls? Okay, he hits the wall too, so it looks like we're seeing a bit of a sort of trend in that bit. And that seems to be one of the differences from people outside the top 10 to some people inside the top 10.
Fragmental Stew, the engine is based on IO engine, or IO Quake, I think.
And that last bit looks really similar to... I mean, honestly, the the rounds here between Gopa, Root, and Yotun, I mean, they look so similar in that regard. It's really just how many extra UPS can you get on certain jumps. This is where the jump happens, though. This is where we get a half-second reduction in time. Do you know how to say this guy's name at all?
Oh, X8? IV?
Yeah. Just IV, I guess.
I think.
What has he done?
It's IODFE, okay. So it's just based off of IODFE. Okay.
So everything looks quite similar so far. I can't imagine it's just simple Strafe that did it. Did he just say... Maybe he just saved a jump there, actually. Like just before the bounce pad?
Yeah, it's possible.
So he found a way to do that. So it looked like he crossed a lot more of the water than we were seeing players do before. And saving a jump, that's quite a significant amount of time, actually. Because the rest of it at the moment looks... Everything else looks the same apart from that one jump right in the middle. I think that's got to be it. And I imagine the other man will have done very similar. Now, times here are getting tight.
1 frag left.
I'd love to put like the top 4 runs or something together on a sort of like GTV screen and just see how similar they actually look.
That would be cool.
It's not too late to get the DFWC mod developers, is it? Oh, probably a few years late.
Yeah, probably.
That's the jump right there.
We get updates like, I don't know, once every 4 years or something like that.
Hey, in no time it'll be better than Quake Live, so there's no updates anymore. I should be damn grateful.
Nice.
Yeah, just been super smooth. Are you surprised to see Dex not getting their first place yet?
Not really.
Really?
Strangeland, he's always been like right there with him. And I think, was it Ender now? Yeah, I think the top guy is Ender. So, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that guy, but I won't.
Fair enough. Into community.
Oh, Tree Frog, huh? Oh no, that is Strangeland. That is Strangeland on VQ3. Sorry. I was thinking of CPM.
We've got Nookie though, absolutely the hang time beast here, who set the world record for it. I'm sure someone will link his video. In chat, this guy is unbelievably good at strafing. I actually didn't know who he was a few years back, and I saw him on some Quick Live race servers just smashing people up, and I started getting very defensive and protective, and like, how's this guy beating people? I don't know, I'm not sure who he is, like, stupidly enough, and naively enough.
Oh, for sure.
Having watched a lot of his content now, the guy is unreal, and he grinds it, you know, he puts the effort in.
Just honestly, some of the best mouse movement that I've seen for strafers. I think it must come from Quake 2 mouse movement, because it's really calculated. I don't know, I like the style of it.
It annoys me because it always looks so easy when he's doing. I mean, it looks very easy when a lot of these people are doing their runs, but it's just like
it does.
The angle and it's the muscle memory that goes into it is so well trained, but it's like why can't I do it? Oh, Roman's doing the right only, and he did a hell of a lot of it actually.
Interesting.
And this is a top 5 run, I'm pretty sure actually.
Yeah, apparently you get a lot more excel, or not really acceleration, but overall built up speed when you do that. You just have more surface area to cover. when you do right only or
So-
left only.
Well, that's what I found half B always been, I don't know, easier to gain speed generally. But it's also because the angles are less sharp. You're playing, you're not moving your mouse as much to get it done like that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think you risk
generally,
it less to mess up the strafe.
overall, yeah, it's a lot easier to handle. I've never really mastered it though, so I've always been this what they call single beat strafing, the
Yeah.
standard. But in maps like these, yeah, it does make sense to have beat.
Oh, my mistake. That was 4. Nookie was 5th. We're about to go on to Tree Frog, who's got the same time as Dex, and then we will have time number 1 on Strangeland.
Frag left.
I don't know who Tree Frog is. Could someone tell me?
I wish I could tell you, but I've been seeing. I think he was up there in the last round too.
Yeah, he was. That's Hades. Okay, cool.
You're a
No, I
little bit
know.
robotic. I don't know if it could very well be Discord being very difficult with us at the moment though, because the servers went completely down before.
Right. Do you want to call me back or?
I'm not even sure what that will do to fix it. I would Skype you, but I've totally uninstalled Skype from the stream PC.
Sure. Okay.
I think it's cleaning up anyway. Fingers crossed. I feel like Tree Frog has got kind of like defrag face in game because he looks down so much.
Yeah, he's going hardcore mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I do is lean back instead of lean forward.
And your head still goes down automatically, but at least you're kind of like it
I
pretty much
lean
goes
back.
horizontal then.
Yeah, press back in my chair when I'm like hardcore strafing or rocket jumping or something.
Frag left.
Oh, I move. I feel like I'm in a full-blown kind of like simulation. You know, those crazy vehicles that move around, like you pretend you're in a roller coaster or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm in one of those when I'm doing rocket jump runs. We got Dex's run though, guys.
Okay.
The winner of the last Defrag World Cup. And I always expect top stuff from him. He's got his work cut out for him this Defrag World Cup if he wants to surpass Strangeland.
And I honestly don't know what the beef is between Dex and Strangeland. Like
Is there
they
beef?
apparently don't like each other for some reason.
Really?
I never really asked what the story was, so
Is it because Strangeland's better than Dex now? I don't know.
I wouldn't say
A
that.
sensitive chord. Sorry, Dex, if
I
you're
would
watching.
I would not say that. I don't know, honestly.
No, I don't want to cast any judgments. With Dex,
Pretty
man,
solid
Dex has got to build it up. You're at 0.024 behind Dex. That's unacceptable.
Wow.
But I've got to give us a congrats to Strangeland for making #1 again. That is super impressive. Back in 2014, I think he only had, was it 1, maybe 2 #1 times in all of the rounds for VQ3?
I think so.
And now getting the first 2 in a row, that is impressive. It shows that he's been putting some work in. So I don't know if we're gonna see something like unreal here because we're on the strafe. It just seemed incredibly refined.
But yeah, I think that's this point. It's just straight out grinding.
Yeah, completely. I mean, I wouldn't know how you could get it any better. As I maybe, I need a 0.02 of a degree further to the right on the strafe number 16 in the map. I
Exactly.
mean, it gets that small, the differences where you can like optimize your acceleration a bit more. I'm getting a 771 UPS though off the little ramp at the end. I don't think we didn't see anyone get any higher than that. It's seriously close between these guys. I am going to shoot straight over to CPM though. And I'm going
Okay, here we go.
I'm going to show my run first, okay?
Let's go for
I'll
it.
show your run as well actually after.
Okay,
Then we can criticize each other.
right.
Because and then afterwards we'll go to the top. Actually, are you in the top 20? You might be in the top 20 for all I know.
I'm not. Sad face.
So yeah, I mean, I hope you're gloriously. I actually thought my first section was all right. I just think the rest of it kind of sucked.
This section is where I assumed a lot of the shortcuts would be.
Yeah. I felt like there was just a lot of uncovered, honest, skill over there. And I know I messed up here in the rail area. I could have got it even faster there. But this is my moment, guys. Okay, and I actually submitted times. I hopefully got some points for this.
I'm sorry, it was this section on my screen, which is 5 seconds behind.
Oh yeah. Apologies.
But yeah, probably generally just the whole map.
Just everything.
Just everything.
Wait, so how we are? Okay, I was quite far behind. I don't know how far behind, guys, but pretty far. Unfortunately for Nebula, he was quite far behind as well, top 20.
I was.
Miles better than me. I think you were actually. I think you were top 30 though.
Yeah.
One frag
Woohoo! I usually try to make top 10, so.
There's a lot of strafe only this time round, but I've got your run on Nebula.
Okay.
I got people's strafe is so much better. Yet this bit feels really similar to mine. Now we go up over here and it's going to start feeling very different. Oh, you go on that pad. Interesting. Oh, that's already so much better. Holy crap. Alright, yeah, that was really, really good actually. I don't know how you did that. That was decent. What are you thinking of your run watching it back?
I think, I mean, for the route that I took, it's decent, but I just missed a bunch of shortcuts. That's all it is. All there is to it.
Oh, fair dues. I said it was Dark Flash who managed to get just into the top 20. He actually sent me his demo personally, but you know what? We're gonna get to see it. We're gonna get to see it anyway, Dark Flash. So it's all good.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, he gets loads of speed there. I'm also cut it in tight on the strafe pad section just as he enters it.
Okay, I figured people were gonna do that.
I wonder if he does this section like you. The rail section. Yeah. Oh, he gets so much speed here. Oh, you can double jump over that. Already my mind is blown at what's been going on from your run onwards, basically. It's going to be like that. This is looking rapid. And how many seconds have we got? We've got just over 4 seconds between 1st and 20th. And there's a couple of seconds, I think, between 1st and 10th.
One frag left.
The variance isn't quite as high as round 1, but it's definitely higher than VQ3.
That's crazy. That 42. That's just nuts to me.
Yeah. Alright, it's bananas. This is New Brick, though. I don't know if New Brick's around at the moment. He was watching last time round. But it's awesome to see him get a top 20. I feel bad now that I didn't use this damn ramp. Why didn't I use that ramp? I used the left one instead. I got distracted by it. He's getting some good speed though. It's actually, that is impressive. That is some really awesome time New Brick's been making.
You know, to be fair, there are so many people that are better at strafing than I am, so kudos to them. I mean, just saying flat out, I mean, there are so many people that are better in strafing. I've always been a combo person.
The rockets and all that. That's the addiction. Oh, the strafing is absolutely mental, and there's so much you can do with it. I find it interesting how people go from the right of the start towards the left, and then they lean in. Whoa, what the hell did Timothy just do? That's crazy, actually. If anyone's been watching me trying to grind this is just so different.
I just now saw it. Yeah, that's nice. That probably would be the ideal route that I would take, at least. Because I could never get that height to where you can go on the first pad there.
I don't really know how he did it, though, is the thing.
he went way left and then
It cut
just
down
double
somehow.
jump.
Yeah. I almost want to see the beginning again, but I'm sure we're going to get something like that similarly in a few. I think that was Timothy in 17th.
Very nice.
One frag.
Tutti Frutti. The thing is, I don't feel like my strafe in the beginning was a million miles off these guys, but it's just the technique that they use then in between, which is so superior.
Yeah, I can never get that height. I don't know. I was having some issues with the engine though, but still, that's no excuse.
Yes. We're all the same. God damn it. And I was losing so much speed here too.
Somebody said evil versus agent plane. Why you don't show it?
Because I got tilted at that tournament today. I waited too long to play. Well, Defrag was here, but I waited like an hour and a half and played 5 minutes of Quake, and then I got tilted. Well, we've got a huge. What is happening here actually in the top 20? We're up 16th. ZQN has got almost a second faster than Tutti Frutti. Then straight after, Mystic's almost a second faster than ZQN.
Wow. Are there 8 people with 44?
One
That's crazy.
frag left.
It's really close.
Yeah, that is very, very tight. So, I don't know if it's again going to be something like saving jumps somewhere.
Must be.
Whoa. I don't know. I don't know how he did that.
Huh.
He uses the left. I think it's almost like where you start the strafe pads, that you're building your run up to that, which determines the viability of which of the 2 ramps you're going to use at the bounce pad room.
Right. It's how much speed you have, what your position is.
Yeah.
Which pad would work best, basically.
Well, he had so much speed as well that it flew into it very, very well.
Huh, it seems like it got a little bit more speed at the end there.
So Mystic, though, he's somehow improved hugely on that. We've got a second and a half between Mystic and Tutti Frutti, who are 2 spots between each other.
One frag left.
I think he saved a jump just there at the beginning, actually. And he managed to stay really low to the ground. I wonder if anyone managed... You know there's those 2 ramps going upwards at the end of the strafe pads? I wonder if anyone manages to make it... Instead of going to the... Yeah, just going straight to the top.
Ooh, I don't know.
But you'd have to have such serious speed, I think, to do that.
Man, I gotta say, I respect these guys. There's so much new skill that's coming around, and the refined skill from the old players.
Are there a lot of players here that you don't recognize, or are these people in the community tend to see here and there?
A handful of people I recognize.
That's quite crazy.
Some people are using aliases, so I'm not privy to that.
I see. Well, we got Enter next. That was Mystic representing the UK. I noticed that Liths isn't long. Where was Liths?
Yeah, where was he?
Where are you, Liths? I don't think Liths submitted.
Aw.
Poor Liths.
I'm sure he would have been in the top 20 for sure. Probably top 10.
Well, I know with Rockets, he's really, really, really strong. I don't know what he would say about that. Hopefully he's still around. And he can answer that question for us.
One frag left.
Right, let's check out Enter. And we regularly see him near the top spots. I'd usually expect him a bit higher. I think this is something like 15th.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure how good of a strafer he is overall. I mean, he is a good strafer, but he's more combo based. I have a lot of respect for that guy.
Well, his strafing at the moment
it's really good.
I don't know if he's adding a lot of extra mouse movement for style, or I mean, There's a lot of just general air control where he seems like he's trying to measure this position for the next jump too. But, I mean, while accelerating.
Pretty smooth.
Let's go like Torner 2015. Who is that?
Oh, Torner?
Yeah.
He's been playing on DFrag, the RU for a while. DFrag RU.
Oh, fair.
He's been around for a few years.
I have not seen this guy yet. I've definitely not streamed any of his runs.
Mouth movement.
Wow, he's got already some pretty crazy speed, actually.
I'm sure there's a lot of mouth movement during DFrag, that's for sure.
There actually is, though. Whoa,
Nice.
it's like weird little flick off the bounce pad. I don't know if he got the fastest midsection. To be fair, I think he
Yeah, maybe
added a jump.
Maybe he messed up though. I don't know.
It just looks like he took a wider line to it and cost himself a jump. Although his speed, like in the other parts of the map, has been phenomenal. I just think maybe he could have gone even faster there and gotten to the ranks of kind of like Tree Frog type of level. We've got King next though, who managed to save 0.3.
1 frag left.
This is Ovcharkin, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Ovcharkin.
It's just got King or something like that there. I don't realize people
Yeah.
are leaving so much there.
I don't know what that is. But yeah, it says BCH. Yeah, it says Ovcharkin. Yeah, okay. What I'm seeing from the top 20 guys, they're all double jumping, and I guess I didn't see that.
Oh,
I thought
on
you
the
couldn't double jump
in the torch room.
in the first or the second area, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I kind of like want to experiment with that technique because I'm not sure how that worked. Is that as easy as it sounds? Is it just you're double jumping, or I feel like I need to like just have a fiddle with that. How did Inder make it so much faster? That's crazy.
I do not know.
We are, I think. Is this a number 11? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, this is number 10. BB.
1 frag left.
It's like they're looking for a certain amount of speed. They're kind of weaving. Look at that 1200 GPS plus. But I think to get these little double jumps that they're doing, wow, that was nice from BB actually. Straight onto the pad.
Hey, didn't you skip Cyrax?
Did I skip Cyrax?
Yeah, you did.
Maybe I saw enter and they got all the undead written everywhere. I'll go back and I'll stream BB again. Sorry, Cyrax.
love.
I'm sorry, Cyrax.
love.
I'm sorry,
1
Cyrax.
frag left.
I blame the undead guys for some reason.
Nodson in chat. Yeah, it's a guy named Springy or Natural Spring Water that made this map, and he plays DFrag as well. Wow, that's really fast there.
I like how he's got the bones as well to run with.
Gotta west it up.
Yeah, that's it. It gives you 2% extra speed.
Right. For every jump you go like 325.
And if you pay another $5, no, okay. I'm not gonna go EA here. Nice, Cyrax, really nice. I'll go back to BB. I know we kind of watched your half run. We
1 frag
prematurely
left.
jumped to BB already. Or him now, and I think it was BB in the top 10. I just look at that. I was like, I wish I could have also thought of even some of these runs, but you kind of need to have the speed in order to even
Right.
imagine the route. I love this section from BB. I think that's brilliant.
I like the way he did the first part. That was nice. I actually don't know who BB is as well.
Fake Nick.
I don't know. Can somebody tell me?
So there's no benefit to fake nicking though in a competition when you've got, you know, a few pennies on the line. Solid.
That was a nice run. I liked it.
Really, really solid. We got a few more 44s left. Tree Frog in next in number 9.
1 frag left.
Tree Frog top 10 then, both VQ3 and CPM. I think he did.
A French strafer. Interesting.
Ah. Yeah, I'm not sure we'll see anyone getting straight to the top ramp. I think that'd be too much.
That yeah, that first part is definitely where I lost most of my time. So I see now. That's cool. I was really hoping to do that too. I just for some reason I didn't realize that you can double jump on.
How much time did you put into the run after you'd got your most recent PB?
The final demo that I sent in, probably too much, but if I had to estimate, probably 8 hours.
Really? So 8 hours without another PB on top?
Well, 8 hours total.
Oh, for everything?
Like, usually like 2 hours per day or less.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely, I tried a lot harder on 2014, so, and I had more time too.
Yeah, okay, I see.
But still, I shouldn't be missing this stuff. I'm just getting old. That's what it is.
That's it. I can say that on behalf of a lot of the defraggers now. Well, we're on
These
boss.
new guys are really good.
No, they're very, very strong. Boss has done lots of stuff very similar to BB actually.
Boss, like a boss.
No, he's absolutely smashed it. But still, I'm curious because there's still like a second and a half between boss and number 1. I think we got Hox, who's the last guy in the 44 tier 44 second hell, and then suddenly we got a half-second jump over to Breaker, and it seems to get pretty extreme in top 6, so expect some differences here.
I've always liked Hox's mouse movement too. Very smooth.
He does some weird stuff in the strafe pad section. No funky strafing down in the chute, just straight to the bottom. Oh, he got some good speed actually right off that ramp, and I was trying to work out how do you optimize right at the end, and I think we're seeing some of it now. We're in top 6 though. Breaker from Norway up next. Oh, all right. That's the first we've seen of that.
I knew somebody had to do that.
And he didn't weave at all in the torch room. He just went straight to it, and he must have saved at least a jump there. This is rapid. There's got to be others that have done what he's done for the start, though.
He took the left too, and he was 5, number 5.
I think Bricker's 6th.
6, okay.
Yeah, that's a really sick run, Breaker. I'm just gonna quickly look at the beginning again.
One frag left.
That was nice.
It only adds about 10 to 20 UPS on what probably he could get as an average circle jump to that section anyway, but I guess it adds up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really agree with that decision there, because if you had more space to strafe or more surface area, then it makes sense, but not there.
Yeah, it might be putting a little bit too much in to get not much out, but you know, he made it work for a top 6 time. I'm checking out Woody.
I think he just likes pre-jumping. That must be what it is. Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Pre-jumping is my hell. Yeah, this has been
very nice.
Really, really good from Woody actually, and he's one of the streamers I think as well, guys. He was covering.
He is, yeah.
DFWC. I need to check this guy's stream out. If he's streaming himself doing runs, I need to see some of that in my life. Really,
Yeah, he
really
does occasionally. I don't know exactly when the schedule is, but
nice.
he does. He streams himself defragging.
Fair dues, fair dues. We've got an Australian next though.
Ace.
In
Oh,
fourth.
Ace made 4.
One frag left.
Well played.
He doesn't do anything complicated at the beginning. He just goes down, and a lot of people, well, I want to go sharp to the left and then, you know, hone in right. He just doesn't mess around. Wow, holy crap, that section there. That is really, really nice.
Wow.
Just,
Oh, yeah.
the gaps are crazy.
Very nice. That's the first time I've seen him take the left like that, or anybody take the left. I feel inadequate after this.
I feel inadequate every time I watch a Defrag World Cup round. Anytime I
guys are
watch
just-
a movie, you know, that's it.
These guys are just beasting, man. I think my
Yeah.
time is done.
It's
had
just
my
insane.
time. In 2014, so I can't complain.
You had a good overall score there in 2014, didn't you?
I did. That was probably my best performance.
What were you? You were like seventh?
Third overall.
You were third overall. Yeah, holy shit, that's an amazing performance then.
I know, it's crazy.
One frag.
But to be fair, a lot of the really top players dropped out for some reason. Like halfway through, I don't know why.
That was bizarre. Well, I know some weird things
Cyrex.
on the map. There's Baz's jump. He's in third, by the way, guys. He won the last round. So he actually doesn't make his look overly complicated, in my opinion. A lot of people doing a lot of weaving, but everything here from Baz just seems just really, really nailed down. I think he managed to keep himself very low to the ground just then. Do you see this section?
Wow. Yes. I wonder if that was a low jump or just.
He like did a little wall clip on the side, and it looked like a lot of people wasted a lot of time high in the air before they get back to the ground, and he just seemed to keep his height seriously low. I think he probably made some good time with that, actually.
Oh, for sure. I was trying to get a lower jump as well. I usually just go too high.
Let's look at ADR.
One frag
The
left.
number 2 time. Get to 42s as close as possible. Yeah, that is so damn quick. And again, he doesn't waste any time with.
Oh, okay. He
What's he
double
weaving?
jumps. It.
Oh, whoa.
Huh. Nice. Very nice.
See, he gets a bit more height. Baz was lower to the ground than that, I'm pretty sure. How speed he gets over 1,000 actually, straight off the little side.
One frag left.
I moved straight into number 1, by the way, guys. This is Strangeland's run. Whoa, okay, he does do a little clip. I just jumped straight onto it, guys. I will look at this one again, because I've already kind of lost my mind as to what he's doing.
Is this Strangeland or is it Ender? I thought it was Ender.
Oh, it's Ender. Sorry, they're both from the same team, and I see the team name.
I know.
Confuses me. My bad. It's Ender at number 1. The same team as Strangeland. They're both number 1. And Ender is just absolutely caned it around here. They've definitely picked wisely the partners.
Yeah, that team is going to be really hard to beat.
I'm going to check out Ender again, and then I'm going to look at Strangeland once more, so that we can check out the 2 number 1 times here in round 2. He really gets as much speed as he can from that ramp going down. A lot of people almost seemed impatient to get off of it, but he gets well over 1200 UPS by the time he gets to the bottom. Then wall clips along and still manage a direct jump over to the strafe pad area.
That is crazy.
all those people who were kind of weaving to get their jump right, although they weren't losing speed as such, and they were maybe even accelerating a bit, they're covering a lot more distance than player here like Ender. So they'll not be as efficient as someone who's just going direct and also has the speed, or if not more speed than before. So really, really mental runs. I'm gonna take a if I can get to it. I reckon we will check out Strangeland 2 on the VQ3 side. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to beat these guys, to be honest. We'll have to see something mad.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know. I just don't know.
I think Ender maybe will struggle a bit more with weapon maps. At least,
I don't know.
From the trend is one map which is weapons and one that has strafe, and he's won strafe and he hasn't won the weapons one. So that's all I'm going off of.
Right, and from what I've seen personally, he's really good at weapon maps as well. I think it just depends on the map.
Yeah. Well, we've got 3 strafe maps, so if he's already killing it with strafe, then that's going to be good for him. If, you know, as you're saying, he's really good at rocket maps, or weapon maps in general, then there's 4 of them in total on this, between all the 7 runs that we have. Edgy's saying, can you play your latest run again to compare? I wish I could do demo compare, like direct, and you could see.
Oh, does he mean screen next to screen?
I don't know. But basically, Ender's got 42.7. I've got to scroll a long way down to get to mine, so that's the first clue that mine is significantly slower. My run is 9 seconds slower than his. I don't want to taint the stream by putting my run up at the end after just watching the best guys of round 2. I feel like that would be like blasphemy of some sort. So I won't do that, guys. I think it'll be rude as well. So, XPC32 though, it did manage to get a 62-minute time. So 66-minute time, sorry.
There's always got to be a few people that do that. I think that's just for jokes.
Do they just kind of like go AFK and say, right, I'm gonna go get dinner? And
yeah,
I'll just walk across the line when I get to the other side, and we'll take it from there. Right. Well, that was all the top 20s here for round 2. Nebula, we're going to be hopefully doing a couple more shows in the future. And maybe
for sure. Looking forward to it.
So this format's all right, but it'd be cool if we could maybe arrange some more camera action if we're able to do that. Have you got any other expectations for the rest of this Defrag World Cup? I don't know if you know any gossip that maybe the rest of us mortals don't.
No, not exactly. I mean, from my experience in the first 2 rounds, it would say that Strangeland and Ender pretty much have it locked up as a team.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, anything can happen with depends on the maps and how well
standings
people can perform on each map. So
I don't know.
Yeah, you can look at standings.
I don't know if they've updated the full standings yet for adding 1 and 2.
I guess not. I'll have to wait.
What do you think of the maps so far as well that we've got? As like in terms of maybe your expectation going in and what you've been playing so far.
The most obvious opinion: the first map did not seem like a first map. That was too hard, in my opinion, for the beginners. Any kind of beginning player or novice player, that map is definitely too hard for map 1. I like the flow of it after seeing the top 5, top 10 demos.
Yeah.
They really made all that they could out of it.
It's been long runs as well so far.
Right. It's a bit long, but they're cool. I mean, they have variation in them. The second one, I don't know. I didn't like it in CPM, but they've once again demonstrated how you can really make it cool.
Yeah, I mean,
and I miss those shortcuts.
Are wild. To be fair, I would never have thought. The thing is, I don't have the capabilities to think to do those runs. But yeah, after watching them, it's like, Christ, if only I could. What I feel about map 3 though is you said you've seen a tiny bit of it, from someone else or something like that.
Just a tiny bit from Demon.
I see.
I haven't had a chance to really look it over.
Well, for me, that feels like the most Defrag World Cup kind of map so far, because it's not obviously linear straight away, and there's lots of little bumps and curves and edges in parts of the map, and there's a normal route, then there seems like really obvious shortcuts, and then there seems like really unobvious shortcuts.
Right.
So, in terms of the kind of creativity you can have, it looks really interesting, and I think for so far that'll probably be the highest variance map that we have in terms of the runs, not just improvement of strafing and things like that, but actually how the hell people decide to get to the other end.
Yeah, it very well could be. I'll definitely have to check it out and take my time this time, and then get more routes as well. Because the first 2 maps, I did not get any kind of route advice at all. I just went off of what I knew.
Oh, really?
And often I do need the help. So
but
I am going to get some help.
I think that's what separates also some
the
of
very, very top echelon, yeah.
Yeah, like the absolute elite, when they're the ones who actually kind of innovate those parts of the run, then you can always get ideas from these people. And I know that this is something that West was super protective of, which is why I hated him to begin with. Not like during the show, but like years and years and years ago, because he wouldn't let me spec him. But I can see that if someone does take your idea and improves on it, it almost feels like you should lose time automatically. Cause
I know, yeah. I understand that. I understand that mentality, and I just didn't like how he hid his demos. I'd really like to see some of the demos that he hid.
He hid demos?
Yes, he hid demos. He still hasn't released some.
Alright, I've still got him on Skype somewhere, so maybe I'll dig at him and we can view some demos at some point, because he's lurking somewhere. I don't think he's been touching Quake at all, but I know he's probably playing piano or something at some stages. I'm not sure.
I'm actually not sure at this point. Maybe League of Legends still. I don't know.
He was. I heard him doing some like League of Legends tune stuff, like in front of huge crowds and things like that. So it looked really impressive what he's doing. What was I going to do? Yes, I wanted to look at the schedule, because it's a very weird schedule that we've got.
I think from now on it's 10 days, except for one round.
Oh,
that's really? 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, last round is 2 weeks again.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything else is 10 days, as you say. Right, so I don't know why they did it like that, but
they overlap to save time, I suppose.
So it makes it quite hard, to be fair. Like, in terms of juggling the time, I myself feel like I didn't have enough time to do run 2. I was like, I really want to finish round 1, and I finished round 1 quite late. Like, round 2 had already been going for 4 or 5 days.
I feel the same.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, well, I'll go do round 2. Oh crap, round 2 finishes tomorrow. Damn it! I've got to keep I mean, that's part and parcel of the competition. I'm not complaining about that. It's just it's a very different way of managing it, and also I think shows the amount of time that a lot of people want to have or need to have to get the best out of their runs.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. That I barely had. I mean, it seemed like after the round 1 was done, as you said, that it's just like immediately, oh crap, the deadline. So yeah, it's like, wow, didn't have that much time.
When are we getting a new map? 23rd. So we're getting, it's on a Wednesday again that we'll be getting another. I think it's like just every Wednesday. Apart from the last. Okay, this is where it gets weird right at the end, because round 6 is released on a Wednesday, and then round 7 is released on a Saturday.
Okay, and then you have 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, so round 6. Oh, I guess you'll get that quite a bit of extra time. You get like a week extra for round 7 when round 6 will have been closed.
Okay.
I know that people are probably going to know who will have won by the end, because I don't know if I'll be able to stream on the 23rd. But I I think we're planning on doing a show together to cover a lot of stuff between Christmas and New Year's.
Sounds good.
If we're able to find the time to do that, which fingers crossed.
I will definitely have to redeem myself and get in touch with Dex or Enter. Somebody.
Help me! Give me something.
Give a good demo.
Share one room of demos worth of with me. So I'm at the moment when I'm streaming, I'm kind of just. I'm deliberately avoiding it because I feel like I would sort of plague the rest of the players, and there was a little bit of drama about people telling me to stop streaming my runs as well. So I'm trying to deliberately avoid any kind of like noise from the top guys. Not that I'd even be able to do what they do, but you know, just to hide things so that the guys who want to keep secrets can still do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And not feel like they're being chased.
Yeah, I kind of have mixed feelings about that as well. Like, you shouldn't really stream the current map being played in the competition, just to be fair.
Are you upset at me streaming my runs?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit, but not entirely.
I don't want to upset you, Nebula.
No, just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
It's DFRAG World Cup, so it's not just any other competition.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've even said on stream. Like, I get that it's maybe there's a moral boundary in some way, or I don't know if moral's the right word, but there's a kind of almost some kind of integrity there. But I feel like it's okay because I'm that bad. That no one's ever. If anyone does want to do well, they really shouldn't follow what I'm doing. So it's kind of just me trotting along and getting stuff done. If I was if I was any better, I'd be like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that. But I think it's a good job. If I was better, I'd probably have frustrated you more, Nebula. So it's for the greater good. And
I'm actually not sure what these the Russian streamers are doing, so I can't understand what they're saying, unfortunately. I don't know if they're streaming themselves actually playing the round.
I don't know. Zerg asked me not to stream.
Of course he did. He wants to be the primary streamer.
Well, I don't mean not to stream in general, but like not to stream myself playing. Like he was,
right.
You're a tiny bit frustrated. He was really frustrated that I was streaming myself, and I trying to tell him that I'm awful at the game, but yeah. Anyway, I'll leave that topic for another time. I'm going to scoot off because it's late on a Saturday here in Europe. Thank you, Nebula, for jumping on with me. Have you got any closing sentiments for round 2 or anything that you think we can look forward to moving forward?
Just want to say I'm really impressed with the performance of everybody. I'm sorry that I might have disappointed people with my performance. I will definitely ramp it up here. So look for a better demo around 3 and 4.
I'm expecting more from you, so I damn well hope so. I've managed to get a point. I've managed to get points. So sorry, yeah, you know, I might frustrate you. You frustrated me, Nebula. You should feel bad.
Fair enough.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Thanks again, Nebula. I'll close down the stream from there, and I will catch all of you very soon. Quick champion stuff tomorrow. So see you soon.
All right. Good night.